Hey everyone, I had a fantastic ShmooCon. I will probably have more follow-up content from there at some point, maybe, maybe not. It was deeply emotional and in the best possible way. Like, I saw loads of people that I missed. I met loads of new people that I hadn't seen before. And at the very last night, after everything closed down, there was this amazing sort of group circle session that sort of Grifter and I and a couple of the other people who've been around a long time led, mostly with young kids, kids who are having their first ShmooCon or their first con ever, and turning with this all this as energy. Like, where do we go next? Like, this is amazing. Shmoo is done, but what happens now? And seeing the delight in their eyes when we told them about other events like CackalackyCon coming right up down the road. If you haven't been, that's the next best thing kind of in that region. You know, just a little south of Virginia, you got North Carolina. And it's an amazing event. I'll link them below. You have SaintCon, obviously, Grifter being out in Utah, and other folk that I know, Pope and others. I mean, I love SaintCon very much. I really want to go this year. I feel like Tara and I are in Estonia at SciCon at the same time, so that sucks. But SaintCon is a great one. Wild West Hackin Fest. Again, like sort of the smaller cons that have really good signal to noise ratio. If you can think of any others, mention them down below or mention them online. I've probably been there, and if not, I want to get there. But other than the fun and shenanigans at ShmooCon, like the elevator that was talking to people and saying different things that I'll mention at the end of this video, I loved the feedback from the people who talked about the little door handle shroud. Well, I should say I loved most of the feedback. As is always the case, right? You do a video on the internet about something, you'll get a number of people who are right there and understand it, or offer up constructive criticism, like, hey, what would happen in these instances? And then you get a lot of people where just, bam, the point flies right on by. Like, one person made a little poem. I was looking for it. I couldn't find his comments. It was like, add a tool with a hook. The shroud will then be cooked. And I was like, and loads of people said, well, what if a tool had a hook? What if a tool had a this? What if a tool collapsed? What if a tool used a magnet? The magnet thing is bullshit, by the way. I know you've seen those clips on social media. That's all made up bullshit. How are you going to get the tool on the other side of the door? How are you going to steer it with a magnet when you can't see? Most of those things are nonsense nowadays. And AI is only making it worse. There's so much fake generated crap online. But yes, like, you could make a tool that defeats this. You're very clever. I encourage you to do that. Loads of you in the comments are like, well, I could add a I'm like, do it, homie. Do you make a new tool? That's great. The world needs new tools. But essentially what you're saying is, hey, you know that thing that defeats a tool? I bet you could overwhelm it with a different tool. Yeah. It's like wearing a stab-proof vest and being like, look, knives can't get me. And someone's like, I could kill you with a gun. Yeah. What the fuck is you talking about? That's a different thing. This product is made and has been employed by hotels to block the most common underdoor attack that is out there in the wild right now. Do we think the tools will evolve? Yes, they're already evolving. Do we think criminals will one day adapt and overcome this? Yes, maybe. Security is a moving target. But anyone who looks at this and says, oh, you know, like that thing that does the one thing, I bet I could defeat it with something completely different. Yeah, I bet you could too. That's what I want to see. I want to see the industry keep growing and getting better. But for those of you who are like, this thing, it's a shame. It's a shame. And I don't, like, again, I'm burnt cordwood inside of me. I'm thick-skinned. I don't give a shit. But for young people who come up with some new idea and they propose it, you see this in comments like on people's GitHub and shit, right? Where someone's like, well, that doesn't do anything at all to solve this completely unrelated problem to what you're talking about. Yes, it might not. Okay, just be kind to one another, right? I'm going to SHOT Show where no one will be kind. I'm sure oh my God, the Trump energy is going to be insufferable out there. Pray for everyone. But I'll still be making fun of dumb shit I see at SHOT Show, which seems to not go along with the theme of what I'm saying about this video about being kind. But again, like, if someone is proposing a tool or a solution that does not do what they say it's going to do, I'll talk about snake oil. But yeah, I'm going to take this energy with me to SHOT Show and try to actually look at what people are proposing with their new products. And maybe I'll be less snarky on a couple of them. Maybe it solves some insanely niche problem that no one I ever would know could have. But okay, you've made a thing that solves a niche problem. I won't try to say it, well, have you ever thought about this completely other problem? I'll try to not do that. Also, I'll try to make a video that YouTube won't take down, because YouTube took down my coverage of SHOT Show in previous years, saying I was promoting the sale of firearms, which, yeah, it's SHOT Show. I'm not the one selling the guns. The gun industry is doing that. So we'll see what I can do with this year's stuff, and I don't want to get another channel strike or something. Let me know if you have any creators out there who you follow who've been getting hit by this. It's been really coming around. You're going to see me being very cautious with firearm stuff on YouTube. And that's why we have the mailing list. Remember, you can sign up at the place with the stuff, right? If I ever get my account nuked from orbit, you'll all get an email blast saying what happened, and we'll take the next steps. Most likely, we'll just make a lot of noise and get it fixed, because I don't do anything that tries to sell guns or make guns, or I don't do anything that breaks YouTube's rules. I'm just a person out here giving you my thoughts on hacker shit. Hopefully you still enjoy that. Hopefully I'm still around well into 2025. Hopefully I come back from SHOT Show with all my fingers and toes and my hearing intact. Let me know how you go. Let me know how things are for you if you go to SHOT Show. Come try to find me on the show floor. Like, that'll happen. All right, I'll try to keep my hearing. I'll try to keep my eyeballs. I'll try to keep my sanity. You try to stay safe out there, okay?
6th floor. Going down.
I hope that you enjoy this final ShmooCon as much as I have enjoyed transporting you up and down over the years.
I need to get on my floor.
Floor. Going up.
In the event of a snow apocalypse, please do not be alarmed. This is a regularly scheduled part of the con. In addition to hosting ShmooCon more times